Probably the easiest way to say it, it's like having a birthday party on Saturday with 6 kids, but they're here all the time. Okay, they don't go home. It's every 10 minutes there's a crisis of some sort.
Danger on the road. Danger on the road.
We'll start with Erin. What we found was she's obsessive compulsive. And it shows when at supper time she'll look at a plate, for example, and she's always looking for spots. And Nathan, we found he was tired all the time, but he has cerebral palsy. He goes to physiotherapy to develop his muscles and all. So. And Cohen was developing great for the first 2 years, and then he wasn't making eye contact. That's usually how it's noticed.
You're doing great. Here, what are you going to do with that?
Oh, that one?
Oh, that.
Okay, you need big swings. Okay, like that.
They have a tendency when they achieve academically, their emotions and their actions seem to change. Their moods change. Like he's doing well. He can count to 100. His letters are great. His spelling.
Will you help me?
Yeah, I'll help you. He used to love to go in the school bus, for example. And then all of a sudden, he hated the school bus.
School bus?
He used to sit on it and go like this. And then we figured out, well, what is it that's bothering him? And the school bus with the size of the tires, the noise was bothering him, the hum.
That one?
So that's why he didn't like it. It's like a guessing game. You have to try and figure out what's bothering him.
Start this one.
Okay?
There. Hold the other end.
That's not finished.
So I stayed home and I worked with the occupational therapist. I worked with the speech therapist. Lots of times we went on for 3 appointments, 4 appointments a day between the 3 children, back and forth. Physio for Nathan because he was originally diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Oh, cover your mouth, buddy. Cover your mouth. Cohen, you want to go see Daddy? So when Cohen was scheduled to start school, I figured, well, I can't sit at home. I'm not one for sitting idle at home. So I figured, well, I'd go back to school. It would have the same hours as his day, and then once I got off school, then I could be home with him. Yes, and wash your face.
Debbie went back to school this year to finish her education. So we found a change in Cohen in temperament and his sensory issues mainly. You'll see him, he'll be taking his clothes off.
Okay.
Right now we're having issues with Cohen at school where they're having a few concerns with his hitting, and we figure it's all sensory related. We're having a bit of difficulty with that. He had mentioned to a few of his co-workers that we were having issues with Cohen and everything. We knew we had to fence in the backyard because he has a flight risk. He was speaking with one of his co-workers and she said, had you not heard about our special needs program? And he hadn't heard of it.
Habituellement, le personnel du programme Besoins spéciaux m'appelle pour m'informer qu'une famille, par exemple les McDougall, aimerait participer au programme. Il faut d'abord remplir un formulaire de première entrevue. C'est assez long car il faut connaître les détails du stress et des difficultés que vit la famille. Ce formulaire est un guide qui donne un aperçu de la vie familiale.
They asked us what our biggest problem was with Cohen, and it was he couldn't be able to play outside with other children. We thought a fence would be a good idea. That way he could have a backyard and be in and out of the house. So
it's not just the funds that help, it's also the, like the advice.
I always feel my role is Mon rôle n'est pas tant de guider que d'écouter ce que les parents ont à dire. Puis, avec l'information qu'ils me donnent, je leur propose des idées.
Did you get your test back?
Not yet.
No?
Shall we tell them about the incident the other day?
What?
Once upon a time, we had 4 canisters on our countertop, and then a little boy named Cohen came, opened all the canisters, ran around the entire house, hollering and spraying.
This? He emptied every one of these on the floor. We had sugar, salt, we had tea bags, and we had coffee.
He also added
And-
water to it.
And no, it wasn't just that. He took the dish detergent and he put it all on top.
3 hours of maintenance to clean that up. We just finished, and he emptied the bucket that the mop was in. So we had to redo it again. That was a great day, Cohen. Huh? Didn't face him a bit.
Yeah, I told you we were in for a laugh.
Yeah.
Let's line up. Let's line up.
Isn't that cool? Should get that.
Yeah, you should get that nail right now.
Where is it?
I'm at the work site for my first job with the papers at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I go from 1 in the morning to approximately 8 in the morning. It's 300 and some stops. And then I'll probably get home around 8 o'clock in the morning with good weather conditions.
I'm not doing.
Cohen, no, no.
I have to hurt you.
Cohen, no.
Cohen, did he hit?
So,
Here's your working chair if you need it.
Shut up.
Hey.
it's tough taking care of him, and it's frustrating when he takes the fits. He knows how to say words and stuff. He just can't put into words how he feels. And he takes it out on other people. Like, he'll be aggressive, he'll kick, scream, or he'll just act hyper, just to get your attention and try and tell you what's going on.
Okay, do you want to call Dad?
They all.
Debbie will have his clothes sorted. He'll have their breakfast and everything. Cohen's usually watching some cartoons, but as of late, I've been coming home and Cohen's got that sensory issue again, so he might be naked when I come home.
Cohen, you want to say hi to Dad? Say hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Shut up.
Uh-oh, not nice. So we have mornings like this. He's decided this morning that he wants to wait until Dad comes home to get dressed.
Here, buddy. Here. Here. Which way are you going to go? No.
That way.
Okay, I'll meet you over here.
This way.
Relax.
Relax.
That's okay. Get your pants on so they don't see you. E5 Where did you go? There you are. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's take a deep breath. No, don't kick, don't kick. Look, take a deep breath, Colin. Take a deep breath. And
Shut, shut.
close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes,
Shut,
pretend you're sleeping. Okay.
Stop.
Are you ready yet? Are you ready for school?
That was.
Okay.
Don't come back.
Now, was that nice to do?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Don't go my house.
Well, we have to get ready. Then I get the kids off to school, grab a coffee, and I come down here to do my second job. I usually start here at 9:30 in the morning. So then it just goes from there. This will take approximately like 3 hours. I can be home to pick up the kids. Then the kids come home and we get dinner and some activities going, and it's a normal day. I'm usually the first one in bed, though, as you know. I guess that's why we all go to work, is to get away from our family every now and then. In my case, it's a good break. Anybody with children realize that when they can get away by themselves and have time to do something by themselves, it's great. So it just helps with the stress level. We had an issue with the school. They thought his day was too long. He was getting a little violent, hitting like that. So we came to an agreement to shorten his day. And instead of 2:30, I pick him up at 1:30. I used to finish my mail run at approximately 1:30, and I could come home, lay on the couch until 2:30, get an hour's nap. But when they changed his hours, that changed everything there. So you need 24-hour coverage with him, right? That's what you have to do.
Le programme a débuté par la garde d'enfants. Il n'est jamais facile de trouver un service de garde quand on a un enfant ayant des besoins spéciaux. Mon rôle consiste à faire des suggestions, comme de dire aux parents « Vous avez besoin d'une pause ». Bien des parents portent un poids énorme sur leurs épaules. Il faut pouvoir leur dire qu'ils ont besoin d'un temps d'arrêt pour eux, que c'est correct, qu'ils en ont besoin. S'ils n'ont pas d'autre choix, les parents vont laisser leur emploi. Ils vont rester à la maison, mettre leur carrière en veilleuse ou vont changer de quart de travail. Bref, ils vont tout faire pour prendre soin de leur enfant. Il faut que les conseillères disent aux parents « Oui, vous vivez beaucoup de stress. Oui, votre situation est très exigeante, mais il vous faut peut-être de l'aide et du répit. Si vous voulez utiliser l'argent pour obtenir du répit, faites-le. »
Emotionally, you just wonder, I myself, I figure like if you had one, but to have three with special needs, you feel like Job, like you're being tested, right? So, but other than that, you just, it's your duty. You have to deal with it. So, if you get an hour, you get 2 hours to yourself, great, just divide up the workload. But priority one is the kids, so that's what Debbie and I agreed on.
Let's go outside.
Go inside, please. Go inside. 1, 2, yeah, but you have to go in. Come on.
What was your question there, Mike? Try it
Time
again.
to yourself.
Yes. Oh, time to myself. Yes. Well, that used to be great.
You're doing great here. What are you going to do with that? Okay, you need big swings. Okay, like that. Ugh.
My son Kai, he was born with nystagmus. His eyeballs dance all the time. He was extremely nearsighted. He has ocular albinism. He was diagnosed at about 18 months.
My name is Kai Alexander Richards. I'm 12 years old and I attend Crawford Adventist Academy.
When he started school, he was an extremely good student. Now that he's going up into the grades, he's not managing as well as he could.
Reading, I can't read for that long, or else my eyes will get tired and then take a break. My mom helps me sometimes, but it's kind of hard.
Right now, I just came from work and I have to help Kai get ready for school. Looking at Kai, he's normal. He's functioning well. I would say 90%, except for the vision. Morning. But when it comes to the main important thing, which is the education part, that's a challenge, and that would be a challenge as he continues on up in school, because there is no let up for the reading and the research and the writing and all of that. And that's my big fear, that here we have a boy who is, for all intents and purposes, he looks fine, he functions, he's very bright. So knowing that, I feel as though Kai would need this extra help. He's at a school now where I thought he would get more help because I had tried putting him in a public school. I was told that he would get all the help that he needed, and out of frustration, when the vision itinerant teacher went to visit with him every 6 months, they would just send me a note saying that he's coping. So I got frustrated and I put him into a private school with the hopes that he would get a little bit more one-on-one at times. I would take Kai to school and I would stay in the parking lot and I would sleep for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. I sleep because I'm tired. I come straight from work, I work overnight, I'm tired. It's a measure that I decide to take because for safety. And sometimes the kids outside wake me up, I'm in the car and I'm hearing this noise and I'll get up and say, okay, it's time to go. I use that fund primarily for tutoring for Kai. I feel that the schools are not able at this time to give him that kind of attention that he needs. So I've gone outside and got one-on-one help for him. It's very hard. It's very hard to make ends meet, because the cost of tutoring is very expensive. This morning I got home, Asher was up. Then usually around this time I try to squeeze him. And a lot of times I'm reading to Asher at this time in the morning. I say, Mom, you're sleeping. Mom, you're talking, we say gibberish. If I'm reading and then my mind is going, Mom, you're talking gibberish. And he gets very, because he likes this time. And I like this time with him as well. I'll come back and I'll sleep for a couple of hours and watch the time because I'll have to leave here about 2:45. So how was sports day? Huh?
We're going to Wonderland.
When is Wonderland?
It's on the 25th.
Do we have to pay any money?
No.
Okay. Boy, I don't know how much food costs there now. I haven't been to Wonderland since 1988. People thought I was crazy to do that, to go from days to nights. But I find, especially for Asher in half-day school, I wouldn't have any time with him alone, and that's what I really needed, because when I had Kai had a lot of my time. When he went to school, he could read, he could count, all of that stuff. I'm working with Asher in that department, so I really needed to have at least 2-3 hours in the day to help him along. Maybe by 7:30, I try to get an hour's sleep. I assign the kids a task of waking me up if I oversleep. So by 8:30, 8:45, Kai will wake me up. And then I'll get ready for work. That's for you, honey. I've been in the project about a year, a little over a year. I think that is wonderful. I think it's marvelous. When I was first told that Kai had nystagmus, I felt alone. And I felt that way for a long time, because in the workplace you would hear of people who have children with disabilities, but never a coming together of parents to say, this is what we can do, this is what we want to do, this is where we want to go. We need to get involved. We need to force ourselves to start going back to the basics, having that human compassion. I'm not saying that we are devoid of that, but life is so stressful as it is that we have a tendency to just want to deal with what we can deal with, and that's our family. But we're a family in the union, and we need to be supporting each other now, and we need to get behind this project, because I think it's headed for something very great. I think we can be proud of it, and I think I can go out and I can say, this is what my union is doing. Yeah.
La première fois que je suis rentré dans ce bureau pour travailler, c'était le 26 juin 1963. J'étais pas tellement vieux. Moi, j'ai appris le programme parce que je lisais tous les bulletins du syndicat. C'est comme ça que j'ai appris. C'est pas ma fille, Fanny. Comme elle est née hydrocéphale avec paralysie partielle du côté gauche.
Fanny est née avec l'hydrocéphalie et le pronostic de Fanny était pas très florissant. Il pensait que ce serait un enfant qui verrait jamais, puis il savait pas si elle serait fonctionnelle dans la vie.
Le temps de trouver des phrases. Comment ça s'appelle?
Et puis bon, on a été chanceux. Donc elle apprenait bien.
Ouais, j'ai vu, là. Ça se mange, ça? Vous va aimer ça.
Fais pas ça. Je pense pas. Il voudra même pas le mettre sur sa table.
Point 10, un point vinyle, un CD.
On est dû pour en acheter.
L'argent du STTP nous a permis d'offrir à Fanny, 13 ans, un certain confort personnel, des chaussures adoptées à son goût qui ont eu une grande influence sur son estime de soi et sur sa fierté. Il n'est pas de jeune femme qui ne veuille être jolie et bien paraître. Le projet a aussi permis cela. Le plus grand bénéfice de votre projet, c'est de faire réaliser d'une façon indirecte peut-être à notre petite Fanny qu'elle est une personne à part entière, qu'on s'occupe d'elle et que quelque part ailleurs que dans sa propre maison, quelqu'un d'autre l'aime. Nous remercions le STTP pour tout ce qu'il a fait et nous espérons que le projet du STTP serve d'exemple pour d'autres organisations syndicales dans le monde. PC Québec. Alors, c'est PC, ça ressemble à moi, là. Ah ouais?
Tu m'avais jamais dit ça.
J'avais oublié ça. Ouais.
Ça fait bizarre, hein? Parce que je m'attendais pas à ça du tout, sérieusement. Puis je sais que quand j'étais malade, il était pas heureux de ça, mais tu sais, je savais pas qui en aurait parlé, puis je suis vraiment étonnée.
Ça allait bien jusqu'à l'adolescence, que là, ça a commencé à aller vraiment mal, là. Elle a eu 11 chirurgies. Alors, c'est beaucoup, là.
1 an et demi.
Au cerveau.
1 an et demi.
Oui.
99, 2000.
Elle est partie d'une dérivation à en avoir 2.
Ouais.
Puis là, il comprenait pas vraiment ce qui se passait. Quand il nous a expliqué ce qu'il était pour faire, là, de scier le crâne en 8 morceaux, c'était peurant. Parce que tu dis, bon, le cerveau, c'est ce qui fait que tu fonctionnes dans la vie, hein?
Mais moi, la chose la plus difficile n'est pas représentée sur une photo en particulier, parce que c'est surtout à partir de cette période-ci. À partir ici, elle se promène à bicyclette, là, avec tricycle, là, si on veut. Puis là, elle a perdu son autonomie à cause de sa vision. On était vraiment dans un entonnoir, qui devenait de plus en plus étroit. Moi, j'avais le travail, après ça, Christine avait la maison, puis après ça, on a aussi s'occupé de Fanny, avoir des rendez-vous médicaux. À un moment donné, on a comme le goût, tu sais, d'aller ailleurs. C'est peut-être pour ça que j'ai de la difficulté à faire des... Ça m'est plus facile de travailler dehors que de travailler dans la maison, là, tu sais. C'est pour ça que là, j'ai peut-être laissé un peu les travaux aussi, là, tu sais. Mais ça va revenir, ça. J'espère.
Ouais,
Lucie, elle espère.
Ouais, mais je pense que c'est aussi, quand tu... bon, c'est sûr, quand tu as des enfants, on mise sur nos enfants pour qu'ils se développent très bien. Quand l'enfant part, admettons, 50 pieds en arrière des autres, donc tu vas mettre plus d'énergie. Tu vas concentrer ton énergie pour qu'elle les rattrape, ou au moins qu'elle réussisse à être un peu plus comme tout le monde. Donc, l'énergie qu'on met, on la met physiquement, mais on la met mentalement. Puis c'est pour ça qu'après, quand tu as des travaux à faire, tu te dis, mon Dieu, tu sais, est-ce que je vais avoir l'énergie?
Puis là, on ne savait pas si c'était pour voir encore. Puis ça m'a sapé mon énergie parce que tu as l'impression d'avoir travaillé pendant 13 ans à peu près.
Ouais.
Puis là, à un moment donné, tu te dis, ah fuck, pourquoi? On a tout fait ça, puis là, tu sais...
Non, mais tu sais, Pierre, il y a des gens, là,
Ouais.
quand il y a un objet qui rentre dans la maison,
Ouais.
il y en a un autre qui sort.
Ouais. Ça veut-tu dire que tu vas rentrer un autre gars ici, ça? Hein?
Non, mais on pourrait faire un objet qui rentre, deux qui sortent.
Ah oui, ok.
Ben moi, j'ai pris ça comme un cadeau, comme un encouragement pour aider Fanny. Des trucs, bon, moi je cuisine avec la petite affaire, là, 20 piastres maximum. Elle peut pas. Alors, ça y prend un truc comme ça. Moi, ça m'aide aussi, parce que je n'ai pas ça, mais je dirais, être capable de mettre les ingrédients, puis faire la bouffe. Ouais, elle a fait un gâteau avec Pierre.
Ben, je l'ai fait tout seul, finalement, sauf qu'il a placé le gâteau.
Donc, ça l'aide à être autonome. Si tu trouves des trucs qui vont l'aider à être autonome, à se faire à manger.
Ben, c'est pas qu'elle est plus grosse, c'est plus elle est sur pied, puis moi, je peux pas, avec mon bras, la tenir, puis mettre les ingrédients dedans. Fait que c'est sûr, ça aide beaucoup. J'apprends plus à être autonome, à faire de la bouffe, puis j'aime ça.
Je crois que les parents d'un enfant ayant des besoins spéciaux ont parfois tendance à vouloir le protéger et parfois même à vouloir le garder près d'eux, à la maison. Ce que nous essayons de faire, c'est de faciliter leur pleine intégration. Pour la plupart de ces enfants, c'est ce qui compte le plus. Nous disons souvent aux parents, essayons de trouver une façon d'aider votre enfant à devenir un peu plus autonome.
C'est que j'ai pensé aujourd'hui que ça nous a aidés comme stimulant à notre propre imagination. Tu sais, à trouver des choses. Étant donné que l'argent était disponible, tu sais, je veux dire, on faisait l'effort de chercher des choses qui pourraient l'aider, elle.
Moi, je trouve que, comme Pierre il disait, ça a développé un peu notre comment on dit ça? Ouais, imagination pour trouver de l'aide qui pourrait y aider elle pour fonctionner normalement.
C'est pour ça que je dis que c'est un problème, parce que nous autres, on vise à ce qu'elle soit capable d'être autonome. On vieillit, un jour aussi, elle va être... on n'est pas éternel, donc il va falloir qu'il arrive quelque chose de bien dans la vie. Hein. 8,95, t'as peut-être raison, peut-être qu'il va manger, là.
C'est sûr, j'aime mes parents, mais j'aimerais savoir mes affaires, mon appart, ma cuisine. C'est comme un but, c'est sûr.